390 horsepower, and more importantly, 394 foot-pounds of torque. That torque is what's going to get you moving when you have, say, a heavy load of stone or something to take over to somebody's house. Similarities are certain features like your anti-lock brake system is still tucked in the back, where it's protected in case you get into that most common kind of collision, which is to bump somebody from behind. Excuse me. This also has the VDC, which you're familiar with. That vehicle dynamic control that is specific to Nissan. The truck can detect when your road conditions aren't great. It'll put gas or brake pressure on different wheels and keep you from swerving or fishtailing so easily. That's really important for you when you have a light load with the pickup truck. Now, you mentioned you don't have backseat passengers all that often, but when you do, there is a good amount of space back here that you'll find will be very comfortable for them. Something that you might find particularly helpful is there's storage underneath this seat, and you can actually extend this into a platform, and there is a locking box here. So if you have your truck sitting open while you're working on a job and there's certain things you need to protect, that's a really good feature that I think you would find very, very helpful. You also mentioned that the style is really important to you. You're coming out of that other 1500, which I'd say was more utilitarian. This definitely has the style features that you're looking for. I don't know if you noticed the wraparound headlights and things like that. Some other things in a more practical vein, because I know you're worried about being able to keep this truck clean, is, actually take notice of that. The release on our tailgate is really a light touch. But getting back to you want to keep that clean, this has the Utilitrack system. Not only do you have available cleats that'll help you tie down your different landscaping equipment and things like that, but the tracks on the bottom are covered, and this helps keep debris out. So if you have leaves or you have mulch, things like that, you want to keep these guys covered when they're not in use, and that'll help make your cleanup a lot easier. You also have the spray and bed liner and everything like that, and that should make just hosing out the back of this really a breeze. If you want to come on up front, show you a few features, you can go ahead and hop in there. I'll go around to the passenger side. There's just a few things I'd like to point out for you. First of all, if you haven't noticed already, you're sitting in our NASA-inspired zero-gravity seats. They took some data from those studies at NASA, and what they did was created a seat that is designed to reduce fatigue. The other benefit of that, especially to you, you're working outside doing a lot of physical labor, is these, I'm convinced, are the most comfortable seats in the industry. They also have the Platinum Reserve interior, which is the upgraded 2 tones. Very stylish, very nice. You notice all the stitching, the attention to detail. The other thing that I wanted to point out before we take a quick spin, this truck has your downhill descent control. So what that means is when you have a heavy load in the back of your pickup truck, active engine braking is actually going to take over so that you don't get runaway truck too much, or that you don't wear out your brakes real quickly. Other than that, I'd say let's take a drive.